Hi there, welcome to Burning Spears. I'm Richard and today I'm going to be cooking fall off the bone lamb shanks. Now we all know and love a lamb shank, I'm sure, and the job is to get them to really tenderize and just all of that connective tissue just to gellify and the collagens to break down so you get that silky unctuousness from this wonderful cut of meat. So I'm going to be doing it very simply today. I'll get into the ingredients, but essentially I'm going to be aiming for a very simple flavor. Normally I use a lot of brown spices in, maybe a little bit of curry powder, but today I'm just going to champion the vegetables and the meat, which you'll see by the ingredients. So stick around, this is going to be a good one. I'm going to serve it with a nice creamy and garlic mash. Alright, so very simple. I've got the lamb shanks here. I'm literally not going to do anything to these except to season them with salt and pepper. That's all I'm going to do to those. Then on the vegetable side, I have one large onion, white onion, that's just been roughly sliced. I have probably about 5 medium mushrooms, doesn't really matter what type. A bouquet garni, which is today is just thyme and rosemary. In here I've got some grated carrot, some celery and some leeks. Now the quantities aren't that important in there. I just want a lot of the breakdown and the flavor of these veggies to come out into the gravy, into the sauce, which you'll see me develop later. So it's really about eyeballing stuff. This is probably equal amounts: 2 sticks of celery, 3 medium carrots, and then a block of leek like that. Should be more than enough. And I'm going to obviously bring in tomato flavor, so again concentrating on vegetables, sweet vegetables, to bring out the flavor in the gravy. Half a lemon to brighten up the tomatoes. Then for the depth side of things, I've got a cup of red wine. I can use more if I need, and I've got about 400 milliliters of beef stock. Typically they say you should use equal amounts of these. I like to use more beef stock for more depth. Olive oil, a little bit of cooking that's going to take place. Good quality olive oil, and that's pretty much that. Like I say, normally I would have cinnamon sticks and star anise and all of that, but I'm just going for good sweet vegetable and build up those savoury notes as well. And I want a nice pure simple gravy. Right, so we're sitting at about 200 degrees Celsius, it's around 400 Fahrenheit. I've got my cast iron pot in on the accessories ring with the coals directly below. Now I'm just going to get this pot cleaned and seasoned. Okay, so I want to just seal these, get a bit of caramelization on, not go too far. And then I've got a nice bit of fond on the bottom of the pan that I don't want to burn. So quickly I'm going in with my onions. Just watching that the bottom doesn't get too dark. Okay, so as you saw, the whole process was really simple. I didn't brown everything too much and take it too far. I just browned the meat to an acceptable level. Got some fond on the bottom of the cast iron pot. Then I didn't want that to get too dark or to burn, so straight in with the onions. They do deglaze a little bit. Straight in with the carrot, leek and celery. That deglazes even more. Put the tomato paste in just to sort of high cook it on the cast iron pan and let it break down a bit to stop that sourness. And then in with everything else, slowly but surely, seasoning at every step, which is very important. And the red wine would have naturally deglazed, and I waited for that alcohol to burn off for about 2 minutes until the smell had gone before I continued on. I did not want the red wine to go into the raw mushroom. Alternatively, I could have fried the mushroom off first with everything before I put the red wine in. Those steps are fairly important, but they're not critical in a certain order apart from the onions and the veg and the deglazing, because this is just going to be a sort of stew, a braise, where the lamb shanks sit in, and they start their cooking journey in that liquid, in that braise. So you saw I filled up with stock until I was covered. Lid on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the temperature down. I want to get it to a 130, 150. I want a gentle bubble on the pot, and it's going to probably be 3 hours, something like that, maybe 2 hours, but we'll see. I'm going to keep the lid on and let that braise happen. When I'm happy that the lamb is tender, I'll take the lid off, and then I'm going to braise it some more and let that color and that smoke wash over the inside. And then we'll get on to making the gravy and that, so stick around, this is going to be gorgeous. In the meantime, I'm going to make my garlic mash. Keep an eye out for that vid, and look forward to plating this up and tasting it. So yum yum. And it's nearly beer o'clock, so let me sort that out as well. Right, we've been an hour in. Just want to turn the shanks carefully. Okay, so we are about 2.5 hours in. Let's have a look. Oh, that's nice. You can see the slow boil. That's wanting to fall apart now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook them with the lid off. Get some color and some smoke on there. That sauce is looking really good. That's going to turn out amazingly, and we're nearly there for tenderness. Okay, so we are a little over 3 hours. Looking forward to the big unveiling. You will see that I put the pot lid back on. I was happy with the browning and the consistency of the sauce, of the gravy. Oh, just beautiful. I better get you in closer for that. Okay, just to show you how tender we are. Juicy, tender, fall off the bone. So yeah, this is just fall off the bone, man. This is so unctuous and soft, you know. Really, really great. The gravy, you saw me take that off, take the juice out the pot, sieve it, and I heated it through. I didn't need to thicken it. I'm not after a thick result. This is perfect. Pairing that with the garlic and parmesan mash, I mean, that's the capital of Flavour Town right there. This is a true foodgasm. So, I mean, it's stuck in here. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And hope you enjoyed this as much as I'm going to enjoy eating it. Thank you, and with all of that, that's it.